Today, I'm counting down the top 10 ways to file your taxes for free in 2025. At the end, I will also talk about a fairly new way to file your federal taxes for free. I will include links to all the websites that we go over today in the description box. These providers have been screened by the IRS and are considered safe to use. The software for these providers will guide you through preparing your return, and then, if you qualify, you will be able to e-file your federal tax return online for free. Normally, the software for these providers will ask you simple questions, and the software is usually easy to use. So let's start our countdown to the #1 tax software for filing your federal tax return for free this year. In spot 10 is ezTaxReturn.com. You can get a free federal tax return if you're from age 17 through age 91 and your adjusted gross income is $84,000 or less, and you live in one of the states shown on your screen, or you're active military. If you don't qualify for a free federal return, you can pay $29.99 to prepare and file. All state returns are $24.99. The software supports itemized deductions and all the major credits, such as the Child and Dependent Care Expenses credit, education credits, the Earned Income credit, and the Retirement Savings Contribution credit. In the 9th spot, we have efile.com. To use the free tax filing option, you must be single or filing jointly. Your taxable income has to be less than $100,000. You can't have any dependents. You can't have more than $1,500 in taxable interest. You can only have income from wages, tips, unemployment, scholarships, or fellowship grants. And you can't have any adjustments to income such as an IRA or 401k. If you have dependents or retirement income, they offer a deluxe version for $29.99, but you can only have income up to $100,000. If you want to use itemized deductions or if you have business income, they offer a premium version for $49.99. They usually have a discount code, and I will include the code in the description box. At number 8 is TaxSlayer. This software is for taxpayers with simple taxes. Less than half of taxpayers will qualify for TaxSlayer's free filing option. Here's what it takes to qualify to use the free option. You have to be single or married filing jointly. You can't have dependents. You can only claim the standard deduction, so you can't itemize. You and your spouse have to have a social security number or an individual taxpayer identification number. You and your spouse have to be under 65 years of age. Both you and your spouse aren't blind. You can't have taxable interest of more than $1,500. And all of your income combined, including taxable interest, wages, tips, and unemployment, cannot exceed $100,000. Some of the benefits of using TaxSlayer are you can use it if you have the Earned Income Tax Credit. You can claim student loan interest and education expenses. This includes the Lifetime Learning Credit and the American Opportunity Tax Credit. If you need to file an extension, it's free. You can upload a prior year return to make input of your information easier. You can even upload your return if you used a different software last year. Uploading a prior year return will also let the software compare year over year so you can make sure that you don't miss anything. TaxSlayer provides unlimited phone and email support. And some state returns are free if you qualify for a free federal return. If you use the software and you can't use the free filing option, TaxSlayer will automatically flip you over to their paid option where all tax situations are covered. Right now, the paid version costs around $23. Number 7 is TurboTax. Of course, this is probably the most popular tax software because it's easy to use. It will guide you step by step, but the software is only for simple returns. The free version is for W-2 income only. The only schedules that it will allow is student loan interest, the Earned Income Tax Credit, and the Child Tax Credit. But if this is all you need, you can prepare and e-file both your federal and state returns for free. Number 6 in our countdown is 1040 Now. To file for free, you have to use the link from the IRS website. I copied the link and it's in the description box. To file for free, your adjusted gross income can't be more than $76,000, but it can be $84,000 or less if you're active military. You also have to live in one of the following states shown on your screen. 1040 Now does support most income and deductions, including interest income, 1099 income, and rental income. So this means that you can use the software for Schedule C business income and Schedule E rental income. You can also file for free if you have dependents and if you have itemized deductions. Here are some situations that the software does not support: the credit for small employer health insurance premiums, K-1s, for a partnership, and rental real estate income and expenses of a partnership or an S corporation. If you don't qualify for their free option, the federal return will cost you $19.95. State returns will always cost $17.95. Okay, so we're halfway there. Number 5, TaxACT. If you're between the ages of 20 and 59 and your adjusted gross income is less than $84,000, or if you're active military and your income is less than $84,000, you qualify to use the free filing option. If you qualify to use the free federal filing option, you can file your state return for free if you're in any of the states shown on your screen. If you don't qualify for the free option, You can pay up to $100 to prepare and file your federal tax return and $60 for your state return. It appears that TaxACT can handle all federal tax situations for individuals, including Schedule C business income. Number 4, 1040.com. To qualify to file your taxes for free, you must have adjusted gross income between $17,100 and $84,000, or you have to be active military. If you don't qualify for a free federal return, you can file both your federal and state returns for a total of $29.99. If you qualify for a free federal return, you might qualify for a free state return as well. If you qualify for a free federal return but don't qualify for a free state return, you can pay $25 to e-file your state return. It does look like 1040.com supports all tax situations for individuals. Here are some of the situations that I saw on their website: child and dependent care expenses, itemized deductions, interest and dividends, Schedule C business income, capital gains and losses, Schedule E that covers things such as rents and royalties, Schedule F, farm income, Schedule K1, including partnerships and S corporations. Number 3 is FileYourTaxes.com. Their software will accept most types of income, credits, and deductions, such as child and dependent credits. This includes the child tax credit. It will accept itemized deductions. It supports Schedule C business income, Schedule F farming income, and Schedule E, which is used for income from activities such as rentals. And it also supports capital gains and losses. The software can't handle returns from taxpayers located in U.S. possessions, such as Puerto Rico. It also can't handle taxpayers who were not a full year resident. To qualify to file a free federal return, your adjusted gross income has to be from $8,500 through $84,000, and you have to be 64 years of age or younger. If you are active military, the only requirement is that your adjusted gross income has to be $84,000 or less. If you qualify for a free federal return, you will also get a free state return if you live in Alabama, Montana, Rhode Island, or West Virginia. Any other state return will cost you $50. If you don't qualify for a free federal return, you can pay $55 to use the software and e-file your return. If you need to file an extension, it's always free. At number 2, we have FreeTaxUSA. Just like with TaxSlayer, you can upload a prior year return even if it's from a different software. The really nice thing about FreeTaxUSA is that they support 350 credits and deductions and just about every type of income. You can have investments and rental real estate, and you can have stock sales and capital loss carryovers. You can be a freelancer, independent contractor, or a small business owner. You can even include income from a partnership or an S corporation. The software can handle dependents, so you can take credits such as the earned income credit, the child tax credit, and the credit for other dependents. Now, there are a few things that the software can't handle. Although it can handle the foreign tax credit, it cannot handle foreign employment income. It also cannot handle non-resident alien returns. It can't handle customers or preparers living outside the United States when they file their taxes. It can't handle at-risk limitations, and it doesn't support a casualty or theft gain or loss for business and income-producing assets. So, how does FreeTaxUSA make any money? Well, they make money from state tax returns and paid support. If you need to file a state return, it will cost you $14.99. If you need top-tier support, it will cost you $39.99. But with this option, they will actually give you personal tax advice and can help guide you through filling out your return. If you just need basic support, you can use their live chat option for $7.99. We are finally down to the number 1 free tax filing option, but I will talk about one additional free filing option after this one. The number 1 free federal tax filing option is Cash App. The reason Cash App is in the number 1 spot is because taxpayers at any income level can file both their federal tax return and one state tax return for free. Also, Cash App says that you can get your refund up to 5 days earlier if you deposit your funds into Cash App. There are drawbacks to the software though. You cannot import prior year returns, so you will have to enter everything manually and you have to download Cash App. Also, you have to be comfortable with filling out your own taxes because Cash App does not offer support unless it's technical in nature. Cash App supports the most common forms and schedules. This includes itemized deductions, Schedule C business income, and investment income. Here are some situations when you won't be able to use Cash App's tax software. If you want to take the earned income credit, but you don't have any dependents. If you want to take the electric vehicle credit. If you are a member of the clergy and you want to use the special tax exemptions. If you received a K-1 from an estate or trust. If you want to take the foreign tax credit. If you want to take the fuel tax credit. Or if you didn't withhold or pay enough taxes during the year. Lastly, I just want to mention IRS Direct File. You can go to the IRS website and file directly with the IRS. There's no middleman software company. Right now, Direct File is only available in 25 states, but in a few years, it should be available in all states. Please look at your screen to see the states where it's currently available. You had to have lived and worked in one of these states during the year. IRS Direct File can only be used to prepare and file your federal tax return online, but in some cases, the IRS can transfer your information to the free filing tool for your state. The Direct File software can also import your tax information, such as your W-2, directly from the IRS. You can get guided help for every part of your federal tax return through live support from IRS staff members during business hours. You can file using your cell phone, tablet, or computer. There are a lot of limitations to Direct File right now, though. Here are some of them. Direct File supports the standard deduction, but not itemized deductions. The software can only handle W-2 income, unemployment income, Social Security benefits, distributions from a health savings account, and interest income. So you can't use it if you added or used money from a medical savings account. You also can't use it if you made contributions to an IRA, except for direct rollovers. You can't use it if you made distributions from an IRA. If you were issued a 1099-R form, you won't be able to use Direct File if the taxable amount not determined box is checked, the IRA SEP simple box is checked, or there's anything in box 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, or 13. Here are some things that you can't claim. You can't claim college tuition or other higher education expenses. And you also can't use it to claim energy efficient updates to your home or the electric vehicle tax credit. But you can claim these credits: the child tax credit, credit for other dependents, the child and dependent care credit, the earned income tax credit, the premium tax credit, the savers credit, which is the retirement savings contributions credit, and the credit for the elderly or the disabled. Now that you know how to file your federal income tax return for free, you might want to watch the video about what new changes have been implemented for the current tax year. That video is in the upper left of the screen. If you want to know more about the child tax credit, please watch the video in the lower left of your screen. Take care.